What up? I got a car, guys. Just want to go live and talk about the stalking because there's been a bunch of crazy shit happening the last few days. It's always crazy, but since I got this car and since I'm like trying to better my life and shit, they're like ramping shit up. So, okay, first I want to talk about this. Last night I did this DoorDash job. I did DoorDash for the first time. And I've been trying to do it the last few days, but it's like, it says that there's too many people in the area. Like, you have to have 295 deliveries done to, like, do it in an area where it says that it's reserved. Like, it's reserved for people that have done 295 deliveries. So, like, my area has been reserved the last few days. I'm like, is it ever going to be unreserved? But then it was last night, finally. So the first delivery that I take is over at Dairy Queen. I recorded a little bit of it, but I wanted to get this delivery to him, so I didn't want to sit around recording too long. Otherwise, I would have shown, like, the full scope of what was going on. But this first delivery that I took was to Dairy Queen, and right over by the Dairy Queen, there's all these cops and, like, a fire truck. I don't remember if there's an ambulance or what, but there's, like, a bunch of cop cars and a fire truck and shit, and they're all just sitting on the street in front of the Dairy Queen with their lights on, with their flashing lights on. I don't know what the fuck they were supposed to be doing. Like, it was just like they were just sitting there. Like, at least look like you're doing something. Like, I don't know what the fuck they were supposed to be doing over there. But they're just sitting there in cop cars and shit, and they're, like, blocking the road. And they're, like, blocking the road to like, turn into Dairy Queen. I'm like, can I turn right here? And the cop's like, no, you can't. You gotta go straight. So then I gotta go around. So, like, I go around through the mall parking lot because there's a shortcut through there. And, like, as I'm going into there, there's, like, all these cars coming out. A bunch of stalkers coming out. It's like a big line of cars. And then I go into that part of the parking lot, and it's blocked off. Like, they started, like, construction on the parking lot recently. I didn't know that. I haven't been over there in, like, the past, like, couple weeks or whatever. I haven't been over to that parking lot, so I didn't know that. But, like, they knew that I was going to go over there, I guess, because they had all these cars over there stalking me. So I go over there, I get turned around again, and then I got to go, like, all the way around the mall, and then, like, in, like, a giant circle, and then, like, go around in a giant circle to get to, like, the back road behind Dairy Queen, and then drive back around the long way. And then on the way to the house, there's another roadblock that, like, I don't know, I think that was just there already, but it was like they had this giant roadblock with all these cops and shit. It was like, it was crazy. That was the first DoorDash that I did. So I recorded a little bit of it. I just, like, pulled out my camera. I was like, here's these cops sitting here. What are they doing? So that happened last night. When I went to the DMV to get my car licensed, let me think back before that. I don't know. But when I went to the DMV to get my car license, there's a guy in there that was working there, like behind the counter, and he just keeps laughing synchronized, like as I look over in his direction, or like as something happens, as a stalker walks by me, or as I move or whatever. This guy kept laughing synchronized, like over and over. He's just like, and then there's been a bunch of that lately. There's been a bunch of people laughing, like they're mocking me and shit and whatever. And they'll be like across the room laughing at me as other stalkers are stalking me, or they'll be like meeting me at an intersection and stalking me, whatever, or laughing at me. And then after I got my car, like the first day after I get my car, and like every day, but it was like within like the first hour after I get my car, there's like 100 staged accidents that they're trying to cause accidents. Like I go into an alley, there's a guy coming out of the alley at the same time, like almost hits me if I would have been driving fast. And he's like smiling. He's just like smiling at me like a weirdo. They're suicidal, I swear. But yeah, it's like everywhere I go is people trying to like drive out in front of me, or come out of an alley like that, or like they'll just drive out in front of me and like make me slam on my brakes. Oh yeah, and then there was a car on that first delivery last night. There was a car like driving really slow in front of me too. There's a few cars doing that, I think. But there's one that was driving really extremely slow in front of me. Purposely. And then, so there's been a lot of directed conversations lately. Like it's ramped up to where like I'm trying to better my life, and I'm trying to like make moves, and you know, I was trying to get a car and all this shit, and it's like people are like trying to plant seeds of like doubt and fear in my mind, and like plant seeds of like negativity and like impending doom and just like whatever. And like I was I think it was at the bank or something, these people, or at the grocery store or whatever, these people are talking about, like before I got my car, when I was looking for a car, these people are like, yeah, he just got a car. Like they're talking about somebody. They're like, yeah, he just got a car, but it was junk. So he got another one or something like that. It's like they want me to like not look for a car or something, like they want me to like, I don't know. They just like try to like cast these spells on your mind, like, and like plant seeds in your head of like fear or doubt or like death or like jail. Like this one guy, I walked into the room and he's like, I'm going to jail tomorrow or something. And it was like right when I walk in the room, he's saying that. And then I got a text like after I got my car, I got this text message. It was like a fake DMV like scam text message. It was like, you have outstanding traffic ticket, pay here, like click this link to pay here or whatever. I think I got that. I've gotten those before, but I think I got that because I got the car and it came in at a synced moment and shit. So what else? Yesterday at work, there was a bunch of planes flying in front of me. Like I kept coming outside and there'd be planes flying in front of me. like a bunch of times throughout the day this was happening, and this happened when I came out of work too, when I clocked out. There's just a bunch of planes that were flying in front of me, synced. I've seen a few people with Hello Kitty shirts lately. It seems like more lately. I've seen it before, but I see people with Puma shirts all the time. And they do all types of cat things because I'm ill cat. And they'll be like, meow, synced up. So I've seen a few people with Hello Kitty shirts lately. I see people with Puma shirts all the time. And then they'll just be saying things like the directed conversation stuff. They'll just be like, the other day, somebody was like walking by me and they're like, I hate that guy. Like they're talking about somebody else. But it's like right as they walk by me, they're like, I hate that guy. And they're just they'll just say things like that. Like they'll say things like they're saying it to me. Yesterday when I got to work, there's this like burning in my ankle, like right as I'm like about to go in the door to work. I get this like burning feeling in my ankle, like somebody's got a magnifying glass on my ankle. And then they've been hitting me with dudes a lot lately where it's like more intense lately, and it's like lingers. It's like get this ringing in my ear. Like sometimes it just hits me, it's just like psst, and then other times it like lingers, and it's been like lingering lately. But it hasn't happened in the last 2 days, I think. But up until then, so they've been doing more dudes lately. They've been doing more directed conversations lately, trying to make me self-sabotage, trying to set me up to self-sabotage, causing scenarios where they want me to react so that they can say something, which is the whole program, but I don't know how to explain it. But then they're always doing directed song lyrics. So the other day, this guy pulls his phone out next to me and is like, I always feel like somebody's watching me. But then at the speaker at work, they'll always be playing directed song lyrics, and they'll be changing the song synced, and then the volume will turn up synced. Stuff like that. And they'll be playing just whatever directed song lyrics like that, or they'll be playing just this one song is I'm sad and lonely, I'm sad and lonely, suicide, na, 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 na. I'm sad and lonely, I'm sad and lonely, suicide, na, na, na. They play things like that. This song, I give you all of you, you give me all or I give you all of me, you give me all of you. That song. I hear that song pretty frequently. Like, it seems like it's a directed song lyric thing. It's like Skynet singing at me or some shit. It's like Skynet's being a creep. I don't know. It seems like a directed song lyric thing. What other songs? I don't remember. They do things like that all the time, directed song lyrics. There's some song about, like, something about a game. Something about the game, I forget the song they were playing yesterday. I know there's gotta be other shit that happened. And there's been a bunch of shit. There's been a bunch of times where I want to record and then I'm like, I just haven't felt like recording. I'm just trying to get my shit together right now. Because I gotta move out of my apartment by the end of the month. I'm gonna be living in my car. Like yesterday I've been going to the park since I got my car, and like there'll be like I go to the park on the other side of town where it's like a bunch of trees, a bunch of nature and shit, and there'll be like barely anybody out there. The first few times I went, and there'll be a couple of stalkers out there walking on the path and biking on the path, whatever, and there'll be some stalker birds out there. And there'll be some planes. There's been a bunch of planes lately. But it's pretty peaceful out there. And then, like yesterday, I went out there. There was nobody out there. It was peaceful. But there was like one guy walking on the path that I think was stalking me. But then when I get back to my car, like there's nobody in the parking lot when I got there. And then when I walk back up to my car, there's somebody pulling into the parking lot right as I walk up to my car. And they're like laughing. They're like, it's like these teenage girls. They're like, I don't know if they were laughing at me or if they're telling them to laugh or if they're just laughing in general or what. There's like everywhere I go, there's people laughing at me though. They're either laughing or they're like giving me a death stare and like. But yeah, they just pulled up right when I got to my car, and then one of them had red on, the other one had blue on, which I'll see on stalkers all the time. One of them will have a red shirt, the other one will have a blue shirt, or it'll be a red shirt and a blue shirt meeting each other, synced up. And then they're always saying hot and cold. So in the summertime, they'll say hot, and in the wintertime, they'll say cold. Synced up. So it'll be like, it's hot in here. It's hot outside. Say the word hot, synced up. They're like, it's warming up out there, huh? So what else? There's been a lot of sirens the last few days, and there's been a lot of or I've seen a few cops with their flashing lights. I haven't seen a lot of cops, but I've seen a few of them sprinkled here and there the last few days. Up until last night when I went to that delivery. It was like the whole police force over there just sitting there on the street. There's a bunch of stalkers around me constantly the whole time I'm talking, of course. And then, like, people just, like, walk up and just, like, have a conversation next to my car, like, when I'm sitting parked. Like, I went to the park the other day. This car pulls up, and they're just, like, standing right next to my car, and they're, like, talking about, like, yeah, he just got that car or something. I don't know if they're talking about a car. I forget what they were talking about, but they're like, yeah, he just got that or something. It was, like, right. It was, like, the day after I got my car. Like, they just keep saying shit like that, where it's, like, they're, like, narrating my life, like, or they're, like, saying, like, what's about to happen, or, like, whatever. Like, they always do directed conversations, but it's, like, lately, there's been a lot of it. Where they're, like, trying to, like, plant seeds in my head, like I said. Like, they're trying to, like, throw me off of, like, because I've been, like, super, like, focused lately on, like, getting my shit together and, like, and whatever. So, I know there's other things that I forgot to talk about. I think I forgot to turn on the chat on here. But it's different driving. Like, when you're walking and you're being gang stalked, it's like more stalkers in a sense, because they can hit you at more places. Like if you're walking up a street, you're moving slower, so they can hit you at this place, this place, this place, this place. Whereas when you're driving, it's like less stalkered up in a way. But then they're having cars come out in front of your car, making you slam on your brakes and shit. And doing all types of fuck shit. Oh, but yeah, it's been pretty chill the last few times I went out to the park, or the first few times I went out to the park, and then last night I went out to the park, and there was a bunch of people out there. I think there was something going on. I think there was a party going on there too, but I feel like they sent a bunch of people out there because they're ready for me that time. Or something, I don't know. I don't know, man. There's been a few babies crying synced lately. I went to Walmart yesterday. There was a baby crying synced. But yeah, to all the targets out there, they want to keep you dwelling on the past and like anticipating the future. So they want you to like be worried about like the future, like, oh, what's gonna happen next? And like, you know, they want to like put fear in your heart of the future and like impending doom, and they want you to like dwell on the past and like hold a grudge and whatever. And relive your past trauma and whatever. So stay in the present moment. Stay focused in the present moment. They want to constantly distract you from the present moment and take you out of it. I see them right now. There's a white SUV over here, and there's people walking out the door. He just walked out the door as a white SUV turned by the door, and then he parked over there somewhere. And then this guy's gonna stalk in a second, probably. These cars just turn simultaneous. The car behind him just turned at the same time they turn. And then a bug was flying by right here, right as he parked. I don't know, did you see the bug? Oh, and then my gas meter thing, like there's a screen down here that says how much gas you have left, and it'll always be like when I start the car, like let's see what it says right now. Let's see if it does it this time. I don't think it does it every time, but it seems to be. Okay, this time it says 132 miles to empty. But it will say like 93, or it'll say 113, or it'll say 86, or it'll say 193 miles to empty, or whatever. Oh, fuck. I just heard a door slam outside. Did you hear it? It sounds like a stalker. So yeah, I don't know how that works, because this car is an older car. Like, it doesn't have computers in it and shit. So like, I don't know how the gas meter thing does that, but I think it does that because it's happened multiple times. And then it said 132. Is that like 33? Like 1 plus 32 is 33, or like what? I don't know. But the other times though, it did that, I promise. It was like 93 miles to empty. So I don't know how that works, but it seems to be a thing. Yeah, I love this car. I got a sunroof. This car's badass. Got these trucks taken off, and this guy. think he's behind me, synced with that one turning next to me. So I'm just trying to think what else happened. There's been a bunch of crazy shit happening the last few days. It's like two people will be just like rude to me for no reason, but then they'll be like talking to other people like normally, but they'll be talking to me like I'm a fucking idiot. They'll just be treating me like a piece of shit for no reason. This car just passed a semi next to me on the street. But yeah, they'll just be rude to me for no reason, trying to like poke at me to get me to react so that they can it's like that video of that cat that I made a video of it on YouTube. It's like a cat, it's like a viral cat video. It's like a cat sitting in a trash can, and then like the cat, someone's like pointing at the cat, and the cat like slaps their finger, and then like all these other people pointing at the cat like put their finger, and the cat's like, it's like that. That's what gang stalking is like. It's like one person's pointing their finger at you, you slap their finger, and then a bunch of people come in and they're all pointing their fingers at you. They're all backing each other up. It's like that. So like if you react, then it's that. So I've just been focusing on myself, trying not to react to any of their bullshit. I'm getting a frequency in my ear right now. But yeah, what else? Did I catch the bird? I think a bird flew over me. What else happened though? Oh man. But whenever I come out of work every day, there'll just be people sitting in the parking lot and just like smiling at me and shit. Like, you don't have any privacy. Like, people are just sitting outside of your work and just like, it's just fucking stupid, dude. But I know there's probably 100 things I'm forgetting, but I think I'm gonna end the video. And then I'll remember right after I end the video. But like I had 3 DoorDash deliveries last night, and the other 2 weren't like the first one. Like, there wasn't a huge roadblock on those ones. They were still fucking with me, of course, but the first delivery though, there was just this giant ass roadblock that it's crazy. I wanted to record more of it to show like how many fucking stalkers there were. First of all, there's like a bunch of cars stalking me. That shit was crazy. Like, I don't know, did they call in the order? Like, did the person that call in the order, like, are they told to call in the order, I assume? To have them have that set up like that? Because it was like the entire police force. This guy just got in this whitey truck right as this other whitey truck was turning into the parking lot. He closed his door. There's a white SUV driving behind me as he starts to drive forward. He was directly behind me right as he started to drive forward. Yup. Non-stop. So I know there's gotta be other things to talk about, but I think that's the end of this video. Oh, there he is. Is he a stalker? This van just turned right when he drove in front of me. With the 884 on the plate. Yeah, I think that's the end of the video. Whatever else happened, I'll talk about in the next video. See y'all later.